All right, it's very cold here in Michigan, West Michigan. This morning we woke up with power was like intermittent and like fading. Like some lights, it was really weird. Some lights would work, some wouldn't. Um, the fridge was still going. The microwave wouldn't work, just to heat coffee. Um, the fish pump for the water filtration wasn't working. I unplugged it. It was really weird. It was like, some power was working, some wasn't. And that's really bad for electronics and stuff, so I didn't turn on the computer or anything. But what I did do is I've got this little oil heater right here because the heat was off also. It was starting to get a little cold. And this is my battery backup that I built for inside this apartment. And I can't run a motor or anything, or have something on my porch like that. And this is only 500 watts. It's not your typical 1500, but it did really well. And the system that I built is 4 kilowatt hours, as I remember, of what its capacity is. Even though I've used there's 2 batteries in here, lithium ion phosphate. I used one of them for my trolling motor for the summer, like 2 times. It's still very powerful, and put it back in here for now, and didn't recharge it yet. And it was still working this heater pretty well. And we'll just turn on the inverter, and we've got 108 volts right now, and 0 amps being used. And I'll turn this on, and we've got 2.8 amps being used. I need to figure out how many watts that is exactly, but this does work, and I've tested it. It puts off good heat and stuff like that. But what I want to do now is basically open this up and put my charger on it, because I don't know, we're getting colder tonight, and the power could go out again. And I've got this charger right here that works for multiple batteries. It's got a lithium, AGM, lead, LiFePO 4, and a repair function also. And the repair system works great. It's only for lead acid batteries. I did my car battery, put it on there for 5 cycles, which is probably 5 days. And that battery is awesome right now. It's very powerful. I highly recommend this particular charger. I got it off of Amazon. But for now, what I'll do is just unplug this. So the way I built it is I got the inverter on top, everything hooked up to here, and then I put just a 12 volt splice plug right here for 12 volt items. And we've got the USB stuff on the front, right down in the middle there, or on the side. And this is the component inside of the 2 batteries. This is my my charge controller for solar panels. Once I have it finally wired up, it's just in there, and these are cords for the solar panel bank that I built that's against the wall over there. So right now, basically what I want to do is charge these batteries up to make sure I'm full power in case power goes out again. But this is an Apache case from Harbor Freight. It holds 2 of these smaller Power Queen 12.8 volt 100 amp hour batteries. I've got the foam on the bottom to hold that one up, and they fit in here perfect. And I've got a 50 amp fuse on there just in case for overheating or anything. So everything, you saw that little spark there. We'll put it on the center setting for now, and it says it's full. That's really weird. That is really weird. Huh. That's it. We're on the LifePo 4. That's the setting, and it says it's full. I've used this battery right here 2 times running a trolling motor in the summer. It does, and it was still reading full, and this says full. Oh. These are the different amps of charging. That's really wild. So that's my system. I'm gonna have to look into this because geez, and I've used this today also. We must be maxed out then. So the cool thing about this charger is I can just unhook it and it'll say off. There's not a problem of any kind of touching these cables together. Wow, that's just making me, that's really weird. That it's still full. It shouldn't be. It should actually be needed charge, because I used it today with this heater. So that's my system. I hope everyone stays warm out there, and I pray for the people in North Carolina, surrounding Asheville area that live out in the country and stuff. This is brutal. Take care, everyone. Peace. All right, it is charging. I didn't think that was correct. Charger's running. Let me get this full. Must not have had the connections exactly correct, or touching exactly well, or something like that. But yeah, we're charging. I knew it needed a charge. Yeah, so I'm running these in parallel. Both of these batteries are hooked up together in parallel. So it's a 12-volt system, which gives me 100 and 100, 200 amp hours of deep cycle capability. I'll pull this one to run my trolling motor on the boat, and that's what I did for the summer. I would just put it back in, so they've sat together for a while to balance out, and maybe that was the reading that this charger was. I don't know what happened there, but what we're doing now is charging at about 15 amps right there, 6 amp hours. Gives my temperature 14 volts, and that's correct for these batteries. So we'll get this fully charged, and it gives you like a percentage. Down here we were at about only 40% when we started. Now we're at 50. So that was still running that heater, and I could have gone, I don't know for how long, but it doesn't pull as much juice as a regular oil-filled heater, that kind of heater thing. Usually they pull like 1500 watts. That's only 500, and it works really well. I bought that for about $50 on Amazon. These batteries are like 2 something a piece. It took me time, a couple years to get it together. This box was about 100. Not on sale. I didn't get it on sale. You can get them for less. Charge controller for the solar panels, which also has a Bluetooth function on your phone, so you can like deeply monitor it. That was about 150, and then just cables and stuff. And this charger, I forget how much that cost. It wasn't terribly expensive, about $50 or so. I took a risk on it, but it's done really well, especially with that repair function for lead acid batteries. Really does a great job if you run it multiple times, and it's a 24-hour cycle, so you let it one day, and then I did it for one of my batteries for like 4 or 5 days, and that thing is like it's like brand new almost. So that's that setup, and this case also has wheels on it. It's a little bit heavy. It's about 60 pounds for this whole box, which is way less than if I was using regular lead acid batteries. And it's portable and clean as far as that goes. Like, I'm not running a motor with stuff inside my apartment or my dwelling, and I can take it pretty much anywhere.